I said nobody.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. If you seen 300 off the bus, would you want a problem?
I'm not looking for no problems unless I have 400 dudes with me.
There you go. So
The only,
that's what it is right there. I
the,
think you're stupid if you want a problem with 300 mother. So at that time, we might have just really been so big when it came to the masses we had that nobody wanted to bring no issues over there to us because you got a bunch of that's from out the street that don't got nothing to live for, nothing to lose. All we want to do is be heard on the mic, and that's what it was. So I doubt if anybody wanted any problems at that time, and that pretty much kept everybody in a place when it came to seeing us because they seen the masses pull up. You see the
Wow.
masses pull up. I don't give a. You can have 50 with you, but you see 400 pull up. It's a difference. It's like, yo, them walk through. We don't want no issues. That's just being smart. You can
the
get
only
crushed like that.
the only mobilization I seen like that is I seen Mob Deep come real deep to shit at certain times.
Me and Ghost started to get close while this, the whole Into the 36 Chambers album was being made. He was from Stapleton, I'm from the Hill. Our neighborhoods never really got along like that. Um, we started to really relate to a lot of shit together. And he was close to RZA at that point. I was close to RZA a couple of years before that. And Ghost started to feel like, yo, I like this Park Hill right here. You know what I mean?
So
Not
y'all
like
weren't
he didn't
friends.
like,
Y'all
not
weren't
like
friends.
he didn't like, huh?
Y'all weren't friends at first.
I mean, we went to school together. You know how it is. You know, but you only know of them. You don't really hang with because y'all from different places. So it was like we learned to respect one another from where we was from. But I think that RZA was the grip of it because he brought us in the room together. So, I spit something, he spit something. Next thing you know, yo, you sound good together, whatever. We laughing, we joking. The next thing you know, we started to. I think what really pulled us close is when we did "Can It Be All So Simple," the video. That's when both of our neighborhoods really started to get along a little bit more than the average. And we seen the power that we both had in our neighborhoods. And next thing you know, it was like that record was a smasher. Yo, what's up? Yo, you going shopping, right? Yeah, I'm going shopping. Yo, what up? Yo, let's go get fresh together. Let's do, it started from that, just learning to with each other more and more. And the clan started to see that we had a combination. RZA started to see us more, dressing alike, rocking wallabies. Ghost is a big wallaby head. I'm a big wallaby head. Jury, certain little things me and them shared a lot of common respect about. And not only the rhymes, but just the personalities. We would laugh a lot, share the same rooms when we was doubling up on rooms together. Yo, me and Ghost, a lot of talking and shit. We knew the same, did pretty much the same stuff in the street. So the music reflected our lives in the most combination way, So I guess more and the crew started to feel like, yo, y'all two, something about y'all two. But at that time, me and Ghost was already super close. We didn't have to hang with each other every day to be close, but when we came in the room together, I knew that me and him had the same kind of vibe. And I remember Ghost telling me, he was like, yo, before I even really started rhyming the way I was rhyming, you was inspiring me, Chef. I'm like, for real? I'm like, yo, we just really talking about the shit we been through. But Ghost had like he had a little different style than me. And he always told me like, yo, you my favorite. You my favorite. And I was just amazed by it because we both was doing our thing. I told him, yo, you my favorite rapper in the crew. And he like, nah, my favorite rapper. So we just developed a friendship and it went from there.
2 questions. What was your mind state at the time You know, like where were you living? What were you thinking? And also, when you handed that album in to Loud Records, what was the initial reaction?
Oh, the reaction was on my was loving it, you know. Knew that I had that energy and I had my man with me and we wasn't playing. We was trying to win a ring and we ain't want nothing less than a ring. And I think when we went in the Loud building, it was like, yo, y'all ready? They felt our confidence and they felt our determination. You know, when you come in the room with those two things, confidence and determination, his eyes get bigger, but then at the same time, they was listening to what it was that we was throwing at niggas, and it sounded right. And we in there performing the joints. So it's like we kind of sold it to them without selling it to them, but still sold it. So, you know, when you with a man's confidence and he know that he up, and we was winning already because the Wu was already popping off. Meth had already came out. Old Dirty had already came out. Their albums were successful. We was critically acclaimed. It was like we had enough confidence to come in and say, now listen, y'all gonna check out the street version of us right now. Me and Ghost is gonna introduce y'all to shit that y'all never even seen. And that's what we did. And the music spoke for itself. It was just all about coming in and showing a different page that they may have never seen before. And they knew we lived it because it was written on our face. I'd rather get on the block and stack some money that way than to sit at an office desk and act like I'm listening to somebody, because that's not where I come from. Maybe if I came from that kind of community where I could respect a job and respect a check every week, maybe I might have not had that kind of attitude. But I come from, you know, the bottom. So either you make it one this way or you don't make it at all. So that striving perfection was just, yo, man, this shit gotta work, but we gonna think positive and we gonna work hard. And if it don't work, then we in trouble. You know, when you run with a bunch of crooks and some got caught up, you tend not to forget them. You know, sometimes a letter is good, but then sometimes some acknowledgement is good. So I wanted to make that record, and I called it Incarcerated Scarfaces because them had, I know you've seen the movie Scarface, so I know you know that had that mind frame where it's like, yo, you know, either you live to eat or, you know, you got to get it one way or another. And so I got trapped off. So I just wanted to have a record that specifically go to that was away. You know, I had a lot of homies. Between three of my homies, they probably, you add those numbers up, they probably had about 45 years. So imagine having 10 homies in there. It's almost 200 years that gave the system. So, and you didn't know if you was going to see them again. So this was my only way to communicate with them and let them know, yo, your brothers right here love you. And this record is dedicated to y'all. Same way I dedicate a record to a female. I'll dedicate a record to in jail.
Roger, tell these motherfuckers subscribe to the Prophet channel.
I got you. I love you to death, and I will always love you, my father, because you didn't see what I had. You see what was deep in my heart.
I see what kind of good person you were. Oh, you got your mom love.
Eat in the car. I don't treat the bench like
with Prophet Muscle.
Yeah.
Subscribe for more, bro. I'm Prophet Muscle, the only man in the world who can do handstand push-ups with his fist on concrete.